to be loved and so adored. If I could be just as good as you, I'll never have to wonder. I can be better than I've ever been before. I'll do what it takes, I know I can be number one. No matter what they say, I'll never lose my way. I'm so much stronger. If I don't win, then what does that make me? Someone who's got nothing to show for. If I should lose and just be second best, I can't be good enough for you. I won't lose to you. Look at me now, it's showtime.
Yo, Chad, what is up? Let me just put everything in its right position. How are you doing? How are you doing, Chad, on this wonderful... What day is it? It is a Thursday. How are you doing on this wonderful Thursday? I updated my my starting screen. How do you like it? Like on the left side you got like the interviews, then like the info, there's the chat, and we got like the changing panels, and it's so cool. And just to compare, this was my starting stream before that, and this is now, so that's cool. Also, the don't regard the 7 minutes restart. But yeah, we got loads of developers interviews today. We're starting in a hot second with You Suck at Talking. Fun fact, I was a little bit late because Twitch didn't want me to put the word suck in my live notification message, so I had to do that like 3 times. So that's why I'm late for a second. And then we have at 4 p.m, so in an hour, ONDE, which is like a musical sound platform. It's really cool if you watch a trailer. And then at 5 p.m, we have Golf Club Wasteland, where Earth has become a resort for the ultra-rich. And yeah, also, hi Yuri, how you doing? I think we're gonna hop right in. I'm super unprepared for everything, but we're gonna play You Suck at Parking, and I do suck at parking because I don't have a driver's license, but I don't think you will need one in this game. So let's call Cosima from Happy Volcano, who will join us today. Hello there. Hello?
Hi. Hi, can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect.
Great. I'm gonna up you a little bit so stream hears you better. How are you doing
Okay.
on this fine Thursday, Cosima? Can I call you Cosima?
Um, yeah, sure, of course. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited about today. So many things to do, so many things to play. Did you watch
Yeah.
Gamescom? Did you watch Gamescom opening night live yesterday?
No, I couldn't. I was in a train actually. So.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't either. I was, oh God, this is loud. I was actually streaming.
Of course.
Um, yeah, it was actually funny because I completely forgot about Gamescom opening night live. So I just scheduled a stream for then. A friend of mine who also
Okay.
streamed EIB did that. Um, but yeah, let me start the Discord stream share so you can see the game while I'm playing with no delay.
Yeah, sure.
All
Awesome.
right.
I can see it.
All right, great. I think, oh yeah, wait, I need to switch scenes on the stream. Of course, that's the wrong one. This is the right one. Will it capture the game automatically? Yes, very nice. Great. And then we have this, all games are subject to change, and the current game. Oh yes. So, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Cosima, and I'm the community manager for Happy Volcano, and I just joined a month ago today. So yeah.
Ooh, happy anniversary then.
Thank you.
All right, so did you join specifically for this game? Like, did you just see this game about cars and were like, oh, I gotta join this. I gotta join this
Actually,
scene.
yeah, sure. It's the first game I'm working on, actually, and I was pretty stoked about the fact that this is a really fun game. It's always cool to be able to play the game you're actually working on every day and still find it a bunch of fun to play
Mm.
with.
Yeah, with games like this, there's always something new, always something to improve. And I'm also
Yeah.
really wondering if I could just idle in this game for like an hour and make the whole title screen pile up with cars, because right now cars are just smashing into the title.
Yeah,
Which
I think that was something that our previous community manager actually tried, and she was trying to see what words would the car create at the end. So,
yeah, I think the title of this game right now is Oi
oi.
Sukua Patent. That is super funny. But yeah, let's hop right in. You Suck at Parking, I would say, is um in it itself a game about parking. Would you agree with that? Oh god.
Well, it is. It kind of is in the title, but it's not your usual parking simulator because the game is going to throw so many things at you. It's really at the end about surviving, then get to the parking spots.
Yeah.
But yeah,
As you can
still about
see,
parking.
I have a little car, and every time I die, I think the car still exists. So
Yes.
there is no just you respawn basically, but it's all in one place. And if I understood correctly, you can't stop.
No. If you stop, you are parked. That's the law here. And there's also like you just parked with one wheel in the parking spot, which is interesting, but it's also another rule. You only need the one wheel into the spot to be parked.
Huh. And I can see you can reward. Fast respawn. I thought that said rewind time for
Yeah.
some reason. But yeah. So oh god, this is, and it's not even like a racetrack like in the tutorial. It's an open world kind of. I
Yeah,
do
so
donuts.
here you are in the overworld. So you can just navigate all the levels, basically. But it's also give you a time to maybe master your vehicle and the controls, which is actually pretty nice when you start the game.
Ah, so this is actually the overworld. Oh my god, that's beautiful then.
Yeah.
Like I really love the organic overworlds kind of where the overworld is part of the game, not just like a level select. And this oh god. Um yeah, oh god. Alright, let's find the windmill. Alright, let's just jump
Yeah.
into the first one we find. Stairway to Heaven. There are 3 parking spots that I have to find.
Yeah,
You haven't
absolutely.
Ooh, there's comparison to global and friends ranking. Does
Yes,
the
so that's another thing. It's about parking, but it's also about parking the fastest you can do it. So you are timed, and your goal can be to beat the leaderboard.
So the world record holder right now for Stairway to Heaven is Corbett with 17 seconds. I
Yeah.
don't think I will beat that, but let's try. Also, chat, if you want to try the demo yourself and compare your scores with me, exclamation mark games for a list of all games that we play today. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. I will go for world record strats here. I will simply. That is, I know that. All right.
I'm rooting for you.
Oh god, I got a fuel tank. I just noticed that. Okay.
Yep, that's another mechanic. Yes, one wheel on the spot. You get it.
Great. Oh god. Oh no. I'm out of the course, but I can still drive.
Yeah, but you're wasting time. So you better
Oh no
respond
no
with
no!
the
Wait.
D-pad down.
So the person got all parking spots in 17 seconds, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought there was about one parking spot and not all three. Holy moly.
All
Pop.
three, so they're all level, sorry, in
No.
17 seconds. But actually, the person at the top of the leaderboard is one of our dev.
That's
Uh,
cheating.
but he also shares all his secrets in our Steam broadcast at the moment. So after
Ooh.
the stream here, you can check out the Steam page. The broadcast is in the loop, so you can actually see. So Thomas, one of our devs, sharing his tips and tricks to actually make the best time on the maps.
Huh. And once you come to a fully halt, it's game over. Like, if I just come to a fully halt, I have to restart, basically. So it's kind of like
Yep.
this movie where the bus can't go under a certain speed limit, or it will explode.
Yeah.
Oh god, god. Oh. Yes, okay, great. I want to get under the top... Oh god. I want to get under the top 200. Because, like, right now I'm place 270, I believe. And I can't just let that
Okay.
sit with me. So, do you get, like, more points if more of your vehicle is on the parking spot? Or is that only... one tire is the same as the full thing?
No, it's the same.
Alright,
The
great.
same.
And...
I actually saw a couple of streamers trying to get exactly in the parking spot, hoping for more points, but it's just park, and we'll see.
Alright, 250th place. That's good enough for now. Let's try more. And yeah, you can see that it's evolving. Like, I don't know if you watch the trailer, chat, but there is more than just driving. There are bouncy pads, teleportation, other
Yeah,
cars.
so much more to come too.
And everything is still in development. So, as I understood, if
Yeah.
somebody has a good suggestion, just drop in to the developers, add them on Twitter, stalk their
Yeah,
house.
absolutely. So yeah, any socials work. We obviously like Discord because it creates a whole place for discussion. So we have a Discord server open,
Lovely.
and of course the good old channel for suggestion and feedback that we are really keen to hear, of course. So yeah.
And what I just noticed in the game, since I'm failing terribly, every time, as we said, every time you fail, the previous car just is there still. So basically,
Yeah.
the longer it takes, the harder you're making it for yourself.
Yeah, when I started playing, I ended up sometimes just messing this always the same turn, and at some point I couldn't even continue because there were so many cars broken down on the turn. That was messy. I'm better now, but this was a messy start.
Oh no, come on!
Oh yeah, that happens too.
Oh god, I have a time limit. I thought it was ticking up and not down. So, what would hinder one from just... Last car or no? What would one hinder from just... Yes! Oh, you suck at parking. Ah, think again. What would stop one from just restarting whenever you fail something?
Absolutely nothing. You can absolutely just reset. It's also how you get the perfected levels. So a perfected level is when you get all the spots at your first try, with only one car per spot.
I see.
So it's actually quite encouraged to restart, respawn, and try again to be the best at this level. So actually, what I like about this one is that you can use the props around the map. Like you can see there is like these big rocks. And
Oh
what I
god,
like to
where's the...
do is
Wait, there? That's the
using
parking spot?
Yep. So you have to use the big rock beside the first jump to actually try and fall in it. But if you have too much speed, it won't work. So it's about
Ah, got it, nice.
There you go.
Gamershow, welcome to the chat. Alright, which place am I? 211. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Head in the clouds, and yeah, these are the jumping pads. If I
Yeah.
understood right. Ooh, there's a cheeky advertisement in the top. Subscribe to a newsletter for VIP access. What's this VIP access?
Yeah, there's a VIP sort of access, actually quite hidden in the demo. So I'll actually unlock a portal, and I will let you discover what's behind it.
Ooh. Oh no. Okay, quick. I feel like I need to do the bouncing pad in the other direction then too. Wait, let's try to
Yeah,
get
good
this
one.
one. Uh, uh,
So you don't need the bouncing pad to get this one, but
oh,
it
really?
works too.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right. We could just drive off the cliff. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh god, no, no. Okay, I want to try something. Can I? Oh, I wanted to maybe soft lock myself by spawning a car directly onto me, so I couldn't spawn in new cars. But the developers were too clever.
I'm afraid they are.
Oh god, where am I going?
Yeah, that's the thing with this map.
Oh,
Oh,
I could
okay.
have totally done this in the next attempt. I could have totally done this. So, how, while I'm failing here, how did this game idea start? Like, what was the founding thing? The founding
Well,
idea?
actually, a little bit history about the studio is that before You Suck at Parking, the three people who founded the studio were Peter, David, and Jeroen. Actually made a game called The Almost Gone, which was way different from Music at Parking because it's a narrative-driven game. And it was a really emotional experience for them. So it was actually really, well, emotionally draining. So they wanted the next game to be like a fun experience. And so here we are with You Suck at Parking. So the idea was to craft a fun and universal experience, like a game anyone could pick up, and the racing genre came to the table then. But with the parking spin, and one idea led to another to create You Suck at Parking and make it like not your usual parking simulator, but an easy to pick up, hard to master experience in which you can have fun, but also be very serious about it.
And I'm sorry for this, but I have a terrible pun. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
You said that the last game was a narrative-driven game, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So this game is just a driven game.
Okay. I'll take it.
I told you it's terrible. So, oh god, where did I go now? Oh god. Alright, let's just eat myself in the water. So the studio is based in France, I think?
No, it's
No.
based in Belgium.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
okay.
French, by the way. But
Okay,
yeah.
that's... Yeah, I kind of had a little bit stressed before the thing, so I couldn't check my notes. Oh, and I completely fumbled. I made a fool out of myself. Oh, what? What? Did you see that? I somehow got backwards momentum bouncing off a wall.
Oh,
That's amazing.
yeah. That happened to me too.
So, oh god, great. Aside from the
Yeah.
from the novel levels you have through, obviously, amazing. Aside from the normal levels you get through the main game, there is also a level editor, if I believe correctly.
Yes.
How?
Well,
I'm sorry.
yeah, no, it's okay. I think the level editor is a super addition to the game. Like, it gives player the freedom to express their creativity, but also give them the opportunity to train their skills, master some obstacles, because as you will be soon able to see on other map, we have a lot of them. And it's actually quite similar to the one the devs are using to create the levels. So there's no limit that what you can create, basically. So yeah.
Oh, and here you can see that you got the pink heart is that you just completed it, and I assume the golden heart is that you first tried it.
Absolutely, the perfected, yeah.
Nice. I think I got a park indicator, but I kind of want to explore the football field a little bit more. Oh wait, this is actually the right way to go. Oh, a hot air balloon ride. The balloon. Let's try offshore parking and opposites attract. Let's do this. Is there also
yeah.
a sort of co-op mode planned? Because I feel like this game would really lend itself to that.
A mode what? Sorry.
A co-op mode, so basically each
Oh,
player has a
yeah.
car.
Well, we are kind of prototyping at the moment, but we can't
Ooh.
confirm anything at this point that there will be actually a
Ooh.
co-op mode. So right now we are really focusing on, releasing a polished experience for single players, so they can have as much fun as you are having right now, apparently.
Oh god, I have to drive off the cliff just in like in real life, and it doesn't even let me, just like in real life. Oh no.
You can press D-pad down
Yeah, but
to
where's the
actually.
fun in it? Oh god. Oh.
Yeah, this one is all about physics and resisting the fans. It's it can be really hard. You have to really juggle with the speed and the trajectory. Yeah,
What I also noticed
but
is
also.
what I also noticed is that no, come on, go on. Sorry.
No, I just wanted to say that the fans also allows you to move around on the map. So yeah, if you nail the direction, it will take you the right place.
I have a short, bad riddle pun for you.
Another one.
Yes. What does this map and a Twitch stream have in common?
I don't know.
It would be nothing without its fans. All right.
Good one.
Thanks. What I wanted to ask, I completely actually forgot because of this bad pun. My god. But, oh god. I like how I can kind of play Tony Hawk Pro Skater when I'm in the air, since I could just do like wheelies up and down.
Yeah.
Oh god. So I'm gonna come up with a question. Wait. The cars in the game. They're like basically every car is a little bit different, at least in design, but they all control the same. How did you go about finding different car types?
That's an excellent question. I guess it's about also having a bit of variety, and it participates to the whole mayhem the game can become sometimes. And actually, at launch, you will be able to customize your own vehicle.
Ooh, that's
So if
great.
you choose a truck, a little car, you can add some customization option that we are also working on right now. And I actually posted one of them, which is a cute pug, a cute dog on the
Aw.
car.
That's
So, yeah.
adorable. I also just noticed, which I didn't notice in the previous level, is that there's a small P indicator showing you where the next parking spot is, which is really nifty.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because when you enter the level, you have this up view, I would say, up from
Yeah.
view, and then if you didn't take a closer look, you need to
Oh.
know where to go.
Yeah, like Dum
That's
Dum
where
Me.
they come in.
I also always skip the little videos in front of Mario Kart races, so yeah, that's totally me. I just want to get a better score on this because I think I could do it, but oh no. Okay, yeah, I can do this. Next level, let's do this. Opposites. Oh god, yeah, this is also something I saw in the trailer.
Yeah,
These
so another
magnets,
obstacle.
exactly. These magnets just attract you.
Yeah.
So you basically have to navigate around them without actually getting hit, because if you do get hit, then you're
Boom.
not dead, you just have a lot of momentum. You could really use this for like a skip, like kind of propel yourself forwards.
Yeah, we actually do in some of the levels.
Let me
So
try this.
here you are
Nope.
dead.
Yes, I need to. Okay, that's. I need to... Okay, I think I won't be able to... Oh! 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 Oh,
Oh,
no! Get me in there!
oh no, it's too bad.
Ah,
It
it
was a
almost
nice try
worked.
though.
It almost
Yeah.
worked.
But
Oh
that's
god.
also I actually enjoy about the game and watching other people play is that usually players found a bunch of ways we didn't predict it, or maybe we did, but you actually beat some of the levels and beat the game overall. So
The players
cool.
found ways in which you hoped it would end terribly.
Yeah.
No way. Oh yeah, I also remember the question I wanted to ask. So what I noticed about this game is that it has tank controls. So like tank controls are something from the ancient past of PS2 games when 3D was figured out. So basically going forwards is forwards, but
Yeah.
right and left is actually not the right and left you see on screen, but the right and left from the character's perspective. So basically
Yeah.
if the car is going towards the screen and I'm pressing right, it's actually going left on the screen.
Yeah.
How did you? Why did you choose this? Because personally, I love tank controls. Also in like the old games and wow, really, I missed that. Also in the old games. But something I noticed from having a couple of friends play something like Pummel Party, where you also control tiny cars like this, is that new players suck at tank controls. Oh,
Yeah.
no!
And I was one of them, to be honest, because I haven't played with those control in forever. I think the last time it was a Lego game, which was called Stunt Rally, and it works basically the same. But I wouldn't be able to answer your question as far as why is this a design decision. But I must admit that I was confused as well. With I don't know, maybe 20-30 minutes, you get the controls and it all roll perfectly.
Exactly. Give me just a sec. All right. So we could. Oh, wait. Oh, I pressed A to go forward. I'm amazing. Can you actually remap the button controls?
Yeah, you can in the settings.
Ooh, that's really nice. Ooh, that's accessibility. Ooh, that's very nifty. That's really nifty. I always love accessibility settings, no matter how tiny or big. So that's a really good thing. The lighthouse, crash and burn. What goes up? What goes up? The lighthouse, obviously. So, what I wanted to ask. All right. Is there a release date yet? I can't remember.
It's coming in 2022.
2022.
At this point, I don't have a precise date for you, but we have big ambitions for the game. I want to really deliver an awesome experience at launch, so that's what we are working on. But we are also a small team, so it takes time.
I mean, that's a great thing about indie games. It may take some while and stuff, but you are sure to get a awesome product that is a lot of fun. And what platforms are gonna be targeted?
Well, obviously Steam on PC, and consoles. Also because I know our creative director is a huge console gamer. I can confirm which ones at this point, but we're hoping to get the game in as many hands as possible.
Will the since there is also a level editor, which obviously will work over the Steam Workshop, how would it work on consoles? Do you know that? Oh my god, I'm 101. I'm gonna get top 100 real
Ooh,
quick.
nice.
I really love the
Go
booster.
for it.
All right, so how will it work for consoles? If it will work, if you know that.
Actually, I don't know at this point, to be super honest.
No worries, no worries.
That's really far in development for me to say.
Yeah, I understand, but I just love it. Like I know a lot of die. Okay, that is tragic. I know a lot of people love to play on Switch and on the go and stuff, but
Yeah.
always are kind of sad when features like this can't make it because of obvious reasons. I mean, the developer really can't do anything against it, but I'm always curious with or what with what kind of solutions developers come up with, if even.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, that's obviously something we're working on. I believe the dream, and that's my own projection here. I believe the dream would be to make it a sort of Mario Maker kind of thing.
Ooh,
But as
yeah.
I said, it's really my projection. So, and it's to take with a grain of salt. But I feel like this is a great model when it comes to level editor and even the whole community focused thing they have going around the game. So yeah.
Definitely. Oh God. What else? I think I'm running out of questions. Do you want to talk anything about the game? Is there? Oh yeah, a funny anecdote. When I was late, I think I talked about it shortly, but I wanted to put the title "You Suck at Parking" in the
Yeah.
Twitch description and the Twitch Go Live description, and Twitch didn't let me.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Ah, that was
That's definitely an issue.
uh, was
We
there any?
gotta.
I
Yeah,
mean,
tell me.
is there anything funny like this that you had? Because the title is very telling, I would say. It's very
Yeah, but it's
accusatory.
gonna be. I believe we're gonna have some more surprises since we're gonna localize it too and
Oh
translate
God,
it.
yeah.
So, so I wonder if we need to test those localizations too, just so we know it isn't a problem for like a platform like Twitch, which are gonna be absolutely important for us. So yeah, we'll
Definitely.
see.
Yeah, I think this game will have a good audience on Twitch with people either being really come on, this is tragic. Either really being really skillful at the game or absolutely hot trash like me. And I think that speedruns will actually be something that is really gonna work well, especially with like the in-game leaderboards. So you don't
Yeah.
have to outsource it to like speedrun.com or anything. Um, oh god, so that will really
Yeah,
work well.
at some point, I'm really hoping for some spectacular speedruns with mechanics maybe we didn't see coming. You know, that's really something I'm looking forward to.
Mm. I oh come on. I think
This is this is a hard level, really.
uh the
I think
the
I think I never finished this one.
really interesting.
Yeah,
I think the problem that I'm still having is that I'm not braking. Like I just want to go fast,
yeah.
so I'm just holding down the acceleration button, and I really need
So
to learn
just so
how
you
to.
know, you can. I mean, any car is a parked car. So if you crash it, but it still end up in the parking spot, you are parked.
Any car is any um. Wait, what was the quote? Any car is a wait.
Is a parked car. So even if you crash it and it end up in the spot for some reason, it's parked.
So even if it's
Maybe if you.
black like a crisp, then it still counts.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh god.
So yeah, you can crash maybe in the corner near the parking spot, and if you go fast enough, and maybe the car would bounce, even if it's crash, it's in the spot, it's parked.
I need to beat Lowmaster. I want to get in the top 100, and if it's the last thing I'll do in life. Ugh, I need to optimize here. I'm always messing up this this curve here. Ugh. I just noticed that there's a very subtle soundtrack that is very weird. I think somebody's screaming right now. Is this soundtrack self-made?
We have an amazing sound designer that actually made everything from the little sound you hear to the music. So yeah, we've been working with her since the beginning of development, I believe, and we actually really love our sounds. And actually, I have a fun anecdote. And I never thought I would say that at work. Oh, you did it!
Top 50! Let's
Congratulations!
go!
Yay!
And I think, oh, this is golden even. So I took
Yeah, you
3 cars.
perfected it.
Nice! Oh, perfect park. I want to thank the academy, my parents. I want to thank Cosima. Oh, Rishka, hi, sorry, I didn't see that at all. Hey, this reminds me of how my friends used to describe my driving skills. That's pretty apt. I had Discord open for a second, so I didn't see Twitch. So how are you doing, Rishka? Oh, what?
Nice. But you need more speed now.
What is
Oh,
this?
fart. So you see
Tomka,
this kind of a fart sound
the
when you
fart
parked?
sound?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you are parked and
Oh
you
god!
didn't explode or anything. So I actually told recently our sound designer that I actually liked the fart sound, and that's a sentence I would never believe I would say at work, but that's my job now.
Oh, I have to go there. Oh god, that is...
So you have a portal that actually will teleport you to the other side of the road.
Oh god, what the heck? What is this madness? I'm also doing
That's
great
just like
Kadi,
parking.
but I think I'm making... I like totaling 100 cars right now. Also, Tomka, thank you for the follow. You know, what would be really funny to have in the game, kind of like a car count, kind of like a body count, so like how many people you've killed.
Yeah, you have stats.
Oh, I do have.
In the...
I do have stats. Yeah. Parking spots 2034, levels clear, levels perfect. Yeah, I'm not gonna get that up to 100. Cars parked, cars crashed. Hey, I parked more cars than I crashed. I think that's a plus.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man. This is just Mario Kart 8 on the, I think I need to, but how do I get to the portal?
So once you get to that parking spot you're trying to get after the jump.
Oh, I have to continue going. Oh no.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no. I am having
Actually,
trouble getting to the parking spot.
I recently managed to get there. Once you're up that U-turn, you can get on the grass and then go to the door.
Ooh.
But I did it by accident, so I'm not sure I can do it again. But that worked once, so worth the try.
Put all these cars in my way. Oh god. The more time. Wait, what? Did you see that?
Yeah.
I think I just used one of the cars to get over the ramp, and that's ingenious. I parked my car and I crashed. A successful driving lesson for SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh god. The more cars you kind of crash, the more frantic you want to get, because there's always the time limit in the back of your head, and you kind of just become more reckless, causing more car crashes, causing more car crashes. This is rough.
It is.
Okay. I got it. No! How did that not count?
Oh, you're so close to the spot, even with the crashed car.
I think I'm getting actually airtime out of this. Please add some playable cars with the ramps on them. That would be so hilarious and kind of nice for some speedy sped ups. I mean, I think there are NPC cars later that like try to crash you, and you probably can also ride on them, right? You
can, yeah. But they suck at driving, you know. They're so unpredictable always. It's just pure madness every time there's a level with NPCs.
That suggestion, by the way, came from Chad. Hi, here. No, I have 5 seconds. Come on, please. No! Oh, this is tragic. This is tragic. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. How are you doing, Gio?
Oh,
Ugh. Or wait. I feel like at some point I can turn left. Wait, how do I? Wait, what's this green thing here, by the way?
oh, that's a glitch actually. That's
Ah,
a bug.
okay. I thought it
It's
was like.
just the grass. Yeah.
Oh
just the
yeah, I'm
grass,
seeing this here. Yeah. Oh,
Under
no,
the
no,
road.
no, no. Psst. Happy volcano carpet. I see the world record holder in chat, and the developer.
Yep.
Welcome.
Is here.
We used to be able to literally climb on other cars, though that had to be removed because it was creating too many easy shortcuts.
Too easy. Mm.
I need 2 easy shortcuts. I think I can actually. Yeah, look, I can cheese it. I can still cheese it.
Nice.
Ugh. You haven't completed this level yet. That is so tragic. Ah, Tom Carr, you're also developer. Welcome, welcome. Or should I say Tom Carr with a C because that's an entire joke. Oh god. No. I need a wait. What? What?
Wow. Okay. What
Wait,
happened?
can somebody clip that? Oh my god! I think I can do it consistently. You kind of have to drift a little bit. Like
I
some
think the
airtime.
developer already clipped it. That's cool.
I think you have to get some airtime, basically. Okay, now I can't get it. I think I can get the other ones normally, though. I just have to be good. So I won't probably get it. Alright, a little
Come
bit...
on, just...
I feel like my left button is sometimes not reacting going up there. Oh god, no!
It's
Okay,
weird.
I got
Oh,
18
okay.
seconds. I got... No! Demolition curve. Alright, alright, alright. I got this, I got this, I got this.
It's about not taking too much
Ah!
speed. And
Yes!
then... Yes!
Ah!
You did it!
Ooh. 1, 2, 3, let's go! Oh, this was rough. But that clip, I'm very proud of that. Speedrunners, please call it the clip. Just call it clip. The treehouse. Alright, let's go in the treehouse. There's only one here, Waterworld. Let's
Oh yeah,
go.
good luck with that one.
Oh god, why... You really instill me with confidence, you know, Kozuma? I really feel prepared to take... Oh god, this is with the other cars. Oh no. Oh no. Where did you get y'all's
Yeah,
driver
at the
license?
beginning,
At the
I mean-
lottery? Oh.
At the beginning, it's fine. They just hear, and then they're starting to crash with each other and bounce, and completely, it's a mess.
Oh
But
no!
it's made to be a mess.
Oh, this is... And are
And
they...
they're honking at you.
Are they... Oh yes, because I'm the one driving badly. Uh-huh, I see. Oh god, what... I think... Oh, do I have to use the ramp? Oh, that is devilish.
Yeah.
Are the... You might not know this, but like, are the cars fully RNG or are they scripted? So basically, would the cars land in the same spot every time if I restart the level, or is everything just physics-based?
Basically, it's physics based, so I mean anything can happen, really.
Oh god. That is... Love... Oh no. It's all physics-based. I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh lord. Alright, so... Oh, come on.
Yeah, when you jump, you can actually see your shadow arriving on the road or on the ramp, and it kind of
Oh,
helps
right.
you seeing if the jump is gonna be good or not, so you can respawn fast to actually save some time. That's what I do. I'm not a pro gamer, obviously.
We're all
I
pro
try to find
gamers
some
deep down in
my
our
my,
hearts.
my own tips and tricks. I'm not carpet, but I'm doing my best.
Oh god, this is Alright, let's do this. I will do this.
I posted a GIF recently on Twitter where actually it was Carpet that played this level and actually got hit by another car while jumping, and it's made
There are
him
fans
bounce
here!
to the other side of the map.
Why did you
That
have
was
it?
crazy.
Why did you have it? No, I stopped! I wanted to pause to be like, oh no, there's fans there, and then I resumed and it just ended it. Oh no. This is my own fault, you know? I'm my own worst enemy. Actually, these cars are my worst enemy, but I'm a second worst
Yeah.
enemy. Oh god. What I'm really curious about, like, obviously nothing is in stone set since development is ongoing, but I'm really gonna be curious about the achievements that is going on, because, oh god, no. I'm a huge achievement hunter. I love to
Okay.
100% games. Obviously there will probably be achievements like complete the levels and get the perfect scores, but I feel like there could be so many funny achievements, like,
Yeah.
just like crash a car so it's burned to a crisp and then still get the parking spot, or do like a 360 so basically like rotate once mid-air or something. It's
Yeah.
I think that's really gonna be really fun.
It's in the works, I believe, because obviously you said it. There's a lot of potential for fun achievement, and we can go with totally absurd ones, which could be really fun. And yeah, it just reminded me whole different game, whole different genre. But there were an achievement in Division 2 where you had to close 100 car doors. And you know, this is the kind of achievement, and you're like, what? This was something I needed to do to
Oh
get it.
god,
And
yes.
I think that's really the feeling we're looking for here. That's the really absurd achievements.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, you know what I think if I when I'm gonna get this game, I have an idea already for a level I'm gonna create. Wanna hear it?
Okay. Yeah,
But
sure. Go ahead.
don't steal it or copyright at least, please. No,
Yeah,
I'm
Carpet,
joking.
just leave the chat now.
Yes. No, a Legend of Zelda inspired level, where like
Yeah.
each parking spot is kind of like a dungeon. So like
Oh.
one time you
Yeah,
have
you have
to
to.
drive through a
Okay.
waterfall or into a sea lake or something.
Mhm.
That's gonna be really interesting. Geoblax wrote, a nice addition to a level creator would also be possible to create custom colored design cars and share those with other players. Yes, Geoblax, that is actually a feature. Like you can make your own car. I don't know if you can share it, but you can definitely make it. Do you got any info on that, Kozuma?
No, absolutely not. But actually, yeah, I think too. In my opinion, that it would be a nice addition. But we will always try to get you with cosmetics, of course,
No.
and this will be part of the reward. So
Oh, I see. That's a very clever idea to
yeah.
go about that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I know what the first car is that I'm gonna try to make. It's gonna be the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, nice.
How do I get that one? What? That is madness. Alright, Kozuma, I need you to grab the second controller. You're on break duty. Oh, God.
Yeah, you gotta use the brake sometime.
Oh, I'm seeing that we're almost out of time, sadly.
Yep.
So I might not actually finish this level. Let's give this one more try. Alright,
Go for it.
alright. Yeah, no! What do you mean I didn't get that one? I want to have a replay on that one. Oh, this is madness. This is just madness. Alright, let's get this one. Yes, great. I got one. Oh, right, you get a little time bonus each time you get a car
Yep.
parked, so you should start with the easy ones, probably, and not go for the ultra hard ones like me. Okay.
Well, it
Okay.
depends. I actually sometimes like going for the hard ones and just decrease difficulty after that.
Wait, I think I got it. This is the urn. I think this is the run. All right. Oh, no.
Don't jinx it.
No, I will totally jinx it. I got this. I got this. All right. Just breathe, breathe. Focus on the road. All right. Just ignore the other cars. And now, no. All right. I think we have time for one more car. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Oh lord. Oh
Go
lord.
for
Oh
it.
lord. Oh lord. Oh lord. All right. All right. All right. I think actually if I die, yeah, if I die soon, we can actually restart with another card. All right. All right. Ooh. There's just cars on the cliffs. Oh god.
Oh yeah, there's cars everywhere.
You know, some people say we should move on from like cars and stuff to more buses and public transport. And some people say, well, what are we gonna do with the cars that are left over then? And I know exactly what to do. I know exactly. Oh no! Oh, that was so close.
Uh.
Imagine that would be your way to work. Oh, story mode. You just suck at parking. I think I just crashed. No, okay. It just took a little while. Alright, I got 25 out of 34. That's good enough for me. Here is the wish list. Let me just post the link in chat. Chat, if you want to try out the full demo,
Yeah,
oxymoron, but still, the full demo yourself, here's the link. You can also wish list it right now. The release is 2022, hopefully.
it is.
And which desktop? And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Cosima, thank you so much for being here. Do you have any last words?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. And yeah, we have an updated demo as of yesterday, so please come and try it out. Come and hang out on our Discord to confess how much you suck at parking. And we can't wait really for 2022 and everything we will have in store for you. As You Suck at Parking is a live game, so there will be a lot of content in the future. So yeah,
Ooh,
we're excited for 2022.
live games, nice. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, Cosima. Thank you so much for being at Indie Arena Booth 2021. Gamescom is a great thing, but it would also only be half as great without its indie developers. Thank you for submitting the game too.
Yeah.
And yeah, hope you have lots of fun, join other streamers, and watch your game get played.
Well, have fun playing all the games.
Thank you. And also, I will definitely get back in my own time and try to beat all the levels.
Nice.
Or my name
Can't wait
is
to see
not.
you on the leaderboard.
Or my name is not. Insert a name that is not me. But I will do my darnest. If I can beat a hard ass platformer, which I did yesterday, I can beat a parking game. All right,
You
challenge
can. You
accepted.
absolutely can.
Oh god, GeoBlex will hold me to it. I see, I see. So yeah,
Ooh,
thank you so much. Goodbye.
thank you. Bye.
All right, chat. That was you suck at copy. You suck at copying. You suck at parking. Give it up for the lovely Cosima who joined me. Thank you so much for being here, Cosima. Also, thank you to the developers in chat, Carpet and Tomcar. Very funny game. Highly can recommend it. There's lots of party. Um, Jesus Christ. Lots of party stuff. I just got a DM on in the arena booth for like 4 demos more, and I'm like, oh god. So yeah, up next, since we're right there, is ONDE. ONDE. We have to learn how to pronounce that. It was recently announced. It's published by Mixed Division, a publisher I hold close and dear. That's what I'm going to say. They have also published Follow on Sales, which is one of my favorite indie games of all times. And Onde is a sound platformer. So let's take a short look at the trailer. At the announcement trailer, actually, it only got like announced at the beginning of this month. and then hop right into the game, and also a developer of the game will join us for that. So, game capture, display capture, here it is. Enjoy. ONDE, which is on Steam. All right, and joining us now, let me just update the current game, ONDE. Joining us now is Grill from the development studio, which I definitely don't know. Give me just. I had so much stress today. I had to cancel the first hour of streaming too. It was a mess. I'm a mess. But yeah, load. Joining us now is Grill from Lance 350. Hello there.
Hi.
Hi. Can you speak a little bit so I can adjust audio volumes?
Yep. Yeah, I can already tell that the game is pronounced ONDE.
Onde, so like the French onde.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see. Does that mean anything in French? I'm very bad at French.
Yeah, it means wave.
Oh, that makes a lot of sound. That makes a lot of sense. I wanted to say that makes a lot of sound, which
Yeah,
it
it
also
does too.
does, but it also makes a lot of sense. I am very hyped. I first saw the trailer on the Mixed Division Discord, where they announced it, and I was just, oh, it was so good. I recently got into kind of rhythm games and stuff, and the thing you're used to, right, is the kind of music. You're platforming to be just pressing A and B, but this is something completely different. Even with games that are a little bit closer, like Inglet, I think it's called.
Yeah.
You have this kind of platforming that is very avant-garde, as I would say, very new and very explorative. But even there, you don't actually platform on the sound, which is like the coolest thing ever. I'm sorry, I'm already random. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, I can quickly. I'm Grill, and yeah, so we are French, and I do the sound on the game. I never really know if I have to say if I do the music or the sound effect, because there isn't really a separation between that in this game. So
The lines are not even blurred. The lines are simply non-existent.
yeah, pretty much.
All right, so normally I would jump in and then talk, but man, with this game, I feel like it's gonna be a whole experience. Let's do that anyway, and let's go to the first question. So the developer studio is Lance in 315.
Yeah, Lens. It's a studio of two people. It's two friends of mine actually, and I personally publish my small games with the label 350. So
Ooh.
that's why.
Any special meaning for the 315?
Yeah, but I'd rather keep it for myself if you don't mind.
No, totally. It's just a very unusual studio name, so I'm very curious. By the way, chat, is the audio level great? And with great, I mean, please tell me you hear the game more than anything else, because that's beautiful. So yeah, how did ONDE first came to be?
It actually started during the 2017 Global Game Jam, which theme was Wave.
Back when Corona was not a thing. We missed the
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, forever ago.
And there you met with your friends from Lance?
Yeah, that's it. We didn't know each other before that, and then I suggested some chunky idea about surfing on waves, but in my head it was like a 3D first-person platformer, very quick, and they were more like, and maybe we could do something more relaxing. And I was like, okay.
Also, wait, right, I need to also show you the game on stream so you can actually see it with no delay. Sorry, I forgot that. You should see it now
it's
on
okay.
Discord.
Yeah.
Right. I'm already seeing... This is gonna be fun because I'm playing with a Switch Pro controller, and apparently this is using the Xbox set. It's like my B is their A and their X is their Y. So that... Ooh, I see. That's me now. So... The Game Jam theme was sound. Was the idea already ONDE, or was that something different back then?
The pretty funny part is because for the longest time the name of the game was Oko, and it doesn't mean anything, but it's just the way it looks when you write that word with the 3 circles. It was pretty good with the game. But since we found that, and now there are a lot of other games that were released like OOO or even some others called Oko, and so we were back to the drawing board, and yeah, we settled on ONDE, which is quite fun since it was the original themes of the Global Game Jam. Full circle, which is pretty fitting.
It's very interesting right now, just to describe chat what I'm doing, since it's very different from what you used to. Basically, I'm the little 4 circles, and I can platform on these circles. I can't jump or anything. Basically, I'm riding this wave. So was the oh, this is just so too beautiful to speak. Oh God. I'm mesmerized. I'm sorry. I'm mesmerized. I'm out of words. So the game was created during the 2017 Game Jam with the theme sound. Were you just like, hey, sound platformer, that sounds great? Or was there, like, what was the thought process behind it? How did it kind of get formed like this?
Well, originally it was really more puzzle oriented. There was already the musical part, but it was a lot simpler, and the game itself was very minimalistic. I mean, it still is, but now there's a lot more atmosphere around, and it became kinda an adventure game, adventure puzzle sound game. So it was really a slow process, and each of the developers in it, we brought different things, and it was like, I never really expected the game to become something like this personally, but it's because it's thanks to the work of my colleagues that it's so much more than what it was at the beginning.
Yeah, you can say that loud. I'm breathless here. This was that shot right there was beautiful. That was I feel like this is one of the games that tells a story without really saying anything, and that's beautiful. I'm just I'm a terrible interviewer.
No, don't worry.
So, probably a stretch, but do you know the game Genesis Noir?
I haven't played it yet because I was working on the demo, but I bought it, and I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, it kind of like it kind of gives the same sense of what is the word? Transcendentalism in some sorts. It's very... What? Oh. It's just so beautiful, really. And we kind of saw like a... We were in a tree, kind of, but we were also in a kind of city, like in a castle, and man, this is just beautiful. I'm completely speechless, so I'm gonna go to my my absolute standard questions. Do you already have a release date for this masterpiece?
It's somewhere between the end of the year and next year. It will
Man.
probably be PC first and later iOS and Switch.
Ah, so the game just got announced beginning of the month, and you're telling me it's already coming out? That's amazing.
Well, it's been 5 years since we started working on it, so
True.
that's
Yeah,
pretty long.
with how Gamescom works and stuff, I'm always used to games coming out in like so much longer than... Wait. Oh, so much more in the future than I'm used to. Oh, I did it, nice. And you said it's coming to Steam first, and then iOS and Switch, which is very nice. I think this game will look very nice on the Switch, especially with like the vibration, kind of, with the HD vibration, if you want to include that somehow. Why not Android? I'm very sad as an Android person.
It's not something that's excluded. It's just that Android for a premium game is it's not the best. You know, there's a lot of piracy, and the gaming culture on Android is not as much oriented toward this kind of experiences.
Yeah, I totally get that.
So if it was something that was easy to do, I guess we would do it. But the other problem with developing for Android is that there are so many different devices, and having a game that runs well on all of them can be quite complicated.
Yeah, every development is already a problem, and with Android, where you have like 5,000 smartphones, 5,000 OSs, yeah, I get... Oh god,
Yep.
I should have triggered so, you know! Dying doesn't feel like dying. That's kind of a thing I noticed here. Basically, I just died. I didn't get the level, I was sent back to the last checkpoint, but it doesn't really feel like dying, if it makes sense. And that's really the beautiful part. And I got it. And like,
Easy.
this is just so mesmerizing, beautiful.
Yeah, we try to avoid frustration and deaths as much as we can, because having the game being this relaxing thing that you just feel good playing it.
Oh. And like, it's just so beautiful. Oh no, will I do? I won't make it. I'm just speechless, I don't know what to say. This is really a different experience. Like, I knew it was gonna be a different experience, which is always has a hype, but this is even, like, awe-inducing with what I expected. How do you even go on about designing something like this? Because, like, probably a very, very far-fetched question. But, like, this is just so different than anything I'm used to as a gamer.
It's really an iterative process.
Before I continue, can I... No, okay. Then I need to switch that in my Steam settings, probably, if I want to do that. I just wanted to look if there was maybe a way to change the layout of the controller's buttons.
Oh, because the buttons doesn't fit with the position of the keys?
Exactly, yes. Because I'm using
Okay.
a Switch Pro controller. Wait, what? No! I'm using a Switch Pro controller, and I think it gets detected as an Xbox controller on... Oh no! No! Don't go back! No!
Yeah, it doesn't make things easy.
But
That's something that we have to deal with before the release.
But let's be fair, I'm so bad with everything that I would probably struggle if it was normal controls either. Oh, it's so sweet.
You have to go on that big circle above.
Oh, alright, I thought I was going to the blue thing. Kind of like in the middle. Got it, alright.
Yeah,
Let's
we
go
still
there.
have some things to polish and make clearer. But that's good. I'm taking notes.
I'm very glad. Oh no. I need to not trigger those so early. That will be my doom. I kind of feel like a jellyfish right now. With like the with these things going behind me. And you can exactly see when it expires because... Whoa, what? You can exactly see where it expires because the second wave comes back. What is above there? Is that a fish? What was this? This felt like the birth of something. Hello, little eye thing. What are you doing here? I see, I have to go to the right. This is just mesmerizing. That's probably the B button then. Yes, and that is... What's this little fish calling me? This is just so beautiful. Oh, I have to get up. Oh no, 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 no. No! Pressed it too late. That is my X button, so is that... Wait, where am I? I lost myself. need to follow my little fishies. Oh, I need to do this whole thing again. Oh yeah, I think I messed up. Oh no. Yep.
Yeah, that's a part of the game that we still haven't found the perfect solutions, because a lot of people have this kind of problem to dying in this long level, and it can be a bit frustrating to just go back every time.
But now I got it. Now nothing can stop me except my own stupidity. But yeah, I get the struggle of having to have it not make to have God, I can't even speak today. To make it non-frustrating while still being a little brain teaser.
Yep.
Because you don't want to be whiplashed out of the transcendence you're experiencing here. Here's a small one. It's a bee. Oh no. Yeah, I think I had to go down and not up. Oh no, no, oh no. I now know what you mean with the very long part. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough. It's sometimes just a struggle to know if I'm going up or down.
It's also because you're generating the waves very soon, and that is something that we are struggling to teach to the player, that they have the time. You can play it. You don't have to trigger the wave very soon. Like, you can wait, and once you're close enough, trigger it. And we've tried a few things, like the level before this one kinda make you trigger the wave after you've been through the generator. But yeah, when you played it, you were like very urgently pressing the button, and so I thought that, okay, the tutorial will not work here.
It's just like my brain goes, button make pleasant sound. Press button
Yeah.
a lot.
That's an issue. Maybe I should put like ugly sound effects if you do it too soon.
Make it just a very unpleasant sound.
Yeah.
Oh god. Every time the eye goes down there, it creates a new wave. That's so beautiful. What I really wonder is how will this... I wouldn't even call it game, it's an experience, kind of. Like, how will this end? It has to, like, I mean, the demo obviously now, but like the full thing, it has to... It's gonna be very interesting to see once it comes out. Wishlist the game. Yes, I will post the link to the game in the chat. ONDE, no game quit. Let's quit and quickly pull up the Steam page. So, chat, this is ONDE, the sound platformer, the wave platformer. This was absolutely mesmerizing, beautiful. I'm really looking forward to it. It's on my wish list already. Thank you for joining me today, Grill. Do you have any last words?
No, thank you for having me, and I'm glad I saw you react to the game.
Yeah, I'm also very glad. I'm probably gonna highlight this clip and then upload it to YouTube separately if you want to show it to anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for being here. All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye, thank you, and enjoy all the demos of the Gamescom.
Yeah, thank you too. Have a good Gamescom.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, chat. That was ONDE. That was amazing. That was just amazing. Oh my god, I'm just chills, literal chills. So we got half an hour until the next dev interview, which is Golf Club Wasteland. Let's see. Should we start something? I think we're gonna quickly start Super Catboy and play that for a second. And oh god, that was bad. And then at 5 p.m. switch. Alright, this is type B. Oh, okay, good. Dash right, dash left, move, shoot, jump, crouch, reset game, punch. Alright, so this... Oh, Jesus. Let's turn this down a little bit. Project Catboy. Jump, punch. Got it. I think I killed an enemy without knowing. Oh yeah, right, this is with the, Oh, I don't have any bullets anymore. This is where we're a cat and we're killing dog soldiers for some reason. Probably should have watched the trailer before, but this looked very cool. So I wanted to give it a try. We're just murdering these dogs. This is even allowed on Twitch? Is this even allowed on Twitch? Oh no! Oh no. Oh god, I'm starting all the way back here? That's rough. That's rough. That's actually rough. I really need to use my gun better then. So punches... No! Don't fall. Punches for every normal soldier and then gun for everyone who has guns. For the ones that I can't quite reach. I wonder how I can replenish my health. Ah, now I'm falling down. Actually, can I... Oh, interesting. That's the map. I want to up the music without upping the SFX, but apparently that doesn't work. I just ended the thing. Oh, I restarted. I see. Alright, that is on me. Oh man, fighting games like this, I think that's like the new genre that I'm getting attached to, especially with like the Legend of Jiangding that I played yesterday, and this is gonna be right up my alley, I feel like. I'm taking too much damage because I'm bad. And now we're falling down. Falling down in an early round. Sugar going down early. Oh, apparently those... What is it? What is the English word for it? I don't even know. They're called mobs in German, which is funny because that's like a slang for booby. Ooh, interesting. But apparently they are one hit. Ooh, nice. Wait, how am I... Okay, just like that. I'm slowly running out of bullets. Okay, I can grab, I can slide up one wall easily. I wonder what I can do with the money. I can use one to stun them and then hit them, but I didn't do that quite nicely. Or quite good. Ooh, coins? 200. What? I'm missing coins? Cat? What? Excuse me? I want to do this again. That's bullshit. Like, for coins, I need to defeat everyone, but what if the coins just fall down, huh? So why are we militia in a jungle and with dogs? It is cool, but what? Dude, amazing. I can face plant myself. Amazing. Oh, this is still finicky a little bit. Huh? What was that? Ha! Knew it. I mean, I thought I would die, but... I still knew it. I was so ready to jump off there for a secret, but the secret was there, so that's good. No! Okay, at least the checkpoint is in the level. Alright, let's jump down here. Let's jump up here. Alright. What? Why didn't it hang? What the heck? Okay, do I have to press A? Yeah, okay, I have to press A actually. Or hold A. Whee! Let's get this one. What do you mean? How am I supposed to do to the jump? Because if it's like the same physics as the other ropes, then that's just not gonna do it. That is... Ropes are just BS. I'm just saying it. Ropes are BS. Wait, I need that coin. I'm probably gonna die to the same thing again. That's kind of the frustrating parts with systems like this is you have to do all the collectibles again once you're if you die. So you have to do it every time. Okay, got it. Cool. Another one! Okay, I think I just have to press up. No! That was the last one. I was too greedy. I should have done another swing. Oh, this is my greed. That's my one of my 7 deadly sins. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna play this for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Then we'll be joined by a developer of Golf Club Wasteland. Imagine this: Earth has died out, humanity has died out, and Earth has become a golf resort for the ultra rich. Normally, not the biggest fan of like golf games. Like I didn't play Mario Golf or Golf Story, even though that kind of seemed nifty. But the way I restarted it, I'm so stupid. I keep thinking that's like the menu button, but it isn't. Oh, I'm so stupid. I mean, we won't finish this demo then probably, since I'm being stupid. But I think we have seen enough that I like it. Would have loved to see the boss there. I mean, we actually did it, you know? That's kind of the sad part. I guess I can just first try this now. Now we're going down. I can just first try this. Oh, that's where that is. This is where that was. I was like, hey, that looks interesting. Yeah, some of the coins... Oh. Some of the coins just fall down. So I don't know if I can actually 100% anything here, really. Or if you can like 100% the game and pull the actual game. Oh yeah, here's the fight coming up. Husky. Isn't she cute? Now got a recharge. Lol. Oh, what the heck? Whew, okay, that was actually better than last time. Great. Okay, how many did I get now? I got all of them. I got all enemies. I got... Yes, let's go. Let's go. That was worth it. The restart was worth it. Totally intended, dude. But honestly, a restart whole demo button, I don't know if that was the best idea. Looks like I can combo these into infinity, but I only need a certain amount. I think the big coins are actually the only ones that count and not the small coins. Or like the enemy coins, I guess. Wait, okay, so how do I... Okay, I just have to press up. That's it. I just have to press up when I'm on the rope, and it will just automatically put me on the rope. Got it. Nice, and we are where we left off. See, we didn't lose anything, Chad. We just gained skill. Wee! Left side. Okay, and let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's wait one turn. Let's go! We did it. Coins, come on. 100, 100, let's go. Oh! Yo, what is this? Train ride? Oh, hello there. I don't know why I must kill, I just know that I do. There's one on the roof. I wonder if we have to go to the roof now or later, or if that's like a... LOL, he just... Also, I think we got the dash, but we didn't have that unlocked earlier, I think. Okay, we got everything here, I think. Oh! Okay, we almost died through the train tracks. That's amazing. Ah, this is the... Ah. Oh! Ooh, mama, that was too close to comfort. No! I'm dead! Oh no, and I spawn right at the end. Oh, that's rough, buddy. That's rough. It's a good-ass soundtrack, though, gotta say. I gotta... Can I dash through bullets? Okay, I cannot dash through bullets. Got it. So, I need to jump over bullets. Got it. So, the dash is literally just movement. Oh god, I don't even get a heal? That's rough, buddy. Oh. And I'm dead. Ha! I should probably not get hit. You know, not getting hit, chat, seems like a good idea. Oh god, I almost got it. Oh, I fell down again. Alright, he always shoots 3, so I definitely need to get him, otherwise I'll get 3 damage. Alright, good health. Ah. Okay, got it. Ah, nice, I got a health power. What? That's BS. That's BS, and you know it's BS. I'm a 100%, so I'm like always, should I go upstairs, should I go downstairs, so I'm gonna do both. Huh? But I can't go here. Another fight? Oh no. Oh shit! And the entire stage over again, huh? Oh, come on! Okay, I barely have health. Oh, I think this is actually the place where we get health. Yeah. Ah, okay, so it only fills up half, so that's why we got one up and one down. Oh, okay, he only dropped health randomly. Oh, do I want to go upstairs? I think I should. For the extras, because I haven't seen any extras other than that. So I'm very sus about it. Like, where are the bonus extras? What? What? Oh, these hit me. I got it. Oh, wow. Hello there. Okay, another fight. Ooh. Oh, what the heck? Can I go in here too? Ah, nice. Ah, cool. So that was close there. Alright, there were 3 out of 4, so that's a good chance that I didn't miss one. And it's just the 4th one. No, what? Oh. Man, I needed to go up. Oh, that's the boss, huh? Oh, my lord. Ah, okay, but now I got the combo. Got the combo down. I think this boss fight is probably also the last boss fight, so that's great in time. I wonder if the bullets would work better. Okay, bullets do not work at all, apparently. 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah. Nice. Aw, I cried. Little cry, baby. Wishlist down Steam prototype starts to restart the game. Great. This was a good one. This was a good one. Alright. So the let's do a short 5-minute break. And when we'll get back, we'll be when we'll get back, we have the developer of Golf Club Wasteland. Exactly, that's the one. Oh, I need to drink a cup of water with us. So enjoy some music, and we'll be right back.
for next trans.
I could have made a way better transition. Wait. This is gonna be the good transition now. Watch.
Mission in 5 seconds. Please stand by for next transmission in 5 seconds.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
You're tuned to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Breathe easy, kick back, and reminisce.
Take my hand, explain to me this project called humanity. Don't let go while on this ride. There will be no surprise. All I know is that we shouldn't be sad when we think of the road ahead. Take my hand, we're almost there.
Well, that brings us to the end of the show. It's been a pleasure to take your hand. And remember, no matter how cramped and stuffy we feel, there's always a breath of fresh air in our memories of blue skies.
Alright, chat, that was the trailer for Golf Club Wasteland. Alright. We're being joined by Untold Tales Games is following. Thank you so much for the follow. We're joined now by Rumham from the development studio. Welcome.
Hello, hi there.
Do you want me to call you Rumham, or do you have any...
No, that's just obviously Discord name. Name's Paul.
Hello, Paul.
Yes,
That is way better than Rumham. I went mini golfing last week, and not gonna lie, didn't love it. Well, Rishka, you're simply not in the 1% to enjoy this, because this game is all about the 1%, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, before we get started with the game, I just showed the trailer. That's why we're a couple of seconds late. Let's go and introduce yourself.
Sure. Okay, so I'm Paul. I'm from the publisher who's putting out Golf Club Wasteland. Sadly, I'm not a developer, so I'm not the smart person who knows how to make the game. But I've spoken to the developers like hours, so I can obviously answer a lot of the questions as to how they came up with this. What are some of the ideas behind it? Yeah.
All right, great. Are you also based in Poland, or?
Yes, I'm based in Poland.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry. We're neighbors.
Yeah.
And then the developers are based mainly in Serbia, and then they've got their main audio guy. He's sitting in Tokyo. He's been there for
Ooh, that's very fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can speak about Polish. I can speak a little bit. I can understand most of it. Wanted to begin with the Dzień dobry.
Make us feel welcome.
Yes, exactly. Let me just change the language. English. Let's go. Grain options. Can I somehow let's rewatch the opening real quick. So also very nice disclaimer at the beginning, like every resemblance to real persons, blah blah blah, is purely incidental, because my first question is going to be the astronaut that we saw in the first picture. He's bald like Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. We get a lot of people asking that question. I think actually the creative director had a very good response. So I'm just going to give like his quotes. The character in the game, Charlie, he's a real astronaut, because at some point in the game you see that he was actually a pilot. So he's the real astronaut. Jeff Bezos is not.
Yeah. Also, oh,
that's all I have to say on that.
Also, Tesla City on Mars.
Yeah.
That says a lot. Now, citizens of Mars take a trip to Earth to golf, because Earth is now just a golf resort for the ultra rich.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when I first so the first thing you hear about the game obviously is the name Golf Club Resort. I was like, Golf Club, not my favorite genre, but then I just saw the trailer, and like, Chad, you also saw the trailer. We got like Fox News, which was just, I'm surprised this isn't actually like a thing that everyone says, because it's just so on the nose. I love it. Then we have Kofefe. It's just so good. It's just, I love it. It's so great.
The developers have put so many Easter eggs in that they've actually lost count of like how much is in there. Like there's references to from early philosophers right through to like contemporary stuff that you like picked up on. There's tons of things. Like I can give you like one example. There's a level where in the background you see the name of a company. I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's Omnico, or I can't remember the exact spelling, but it's basically it looks sort of just like a standard word, but it's the second biggest river in South America, and the idea is it's a sort of an Easter egg for Amazon. They have their logo instead of the smiley face, it's actually a frowny face.
Amazing. That is funny.
And throughout sort of that level, there's a whole bunch of like containers, and then sort of the logo is like something about labor-free shipping and all that stuff. So like, there's just tons of stuff that they've thrown in here.
Oh, nice. Give me just a second. So yeah, also in the back, that is the plutonium, I think, not plutonium, atomium in Belgium, right?
Yes. So there's a few like notable like locations. They intentionally also try to steer away from like a lot of the American ones, since they are European, they're Serbian, and they're based in Europe. So they wanted to make like a game that has some locations that are like real world, but also not like the more obvious ones. Like, you know, they avoid intentionally things like the Statue of Liberty or something like, you know,
yeah, we need
the White House.
We need more European supremacy. I agree.
Yeah.
Also, the ones. Rishka, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I saw the one statue, and I was like, is this a Liberty statue? But it didn't seem like it. But yeah, I would say let's hop right in. I rented. Would you recommend controller or keyboard?
You know what? I personally prefer it on keyboard and mouse. I feel like there's more like nuance there. But if you go in with your controller and you set the sensitivity like to your liking, it should be fine.
All right, let's just change it right a little bit then. Also, Rishka asks if I'm going to write an Easter egg guide. No, Rishka, that would be silly. It's called a wiki. I ran to a restricted area where the taxi ship landed.
Radio nostalgia from Mars. Hello, all you Martians out there.
And this is us.
Soul, with a bit of that old world flavor. You're tuned to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Breathe easy, kick back, and reminisce.
And then we have to press A to launch.
This project called humanity.
And we also heard this little song with the Explain This little project. Is that an original song?
Yeah. So first of all, like the voice that you're hearing, that's actually the audio director, the guy sitting in Tokyo. So he does like he's the radio DJ. All of the music that the guys put together, it's self-produced and self-written. Anything where there's vocalists, they then went and like sourced certain like singers that they kind of found through various ways. But everything is self-produced. And then in between all the music, they have these stories that you hear from like callers that are dialing in. Because the idea is the radio show is being broadcast from Mars. It's from the people who fled to Mars, and now this is sort of their radio station, one of their little things to keep them happy while they're up there on that horrible, horrible planet.
I mean, is it really horrible? I mean, the 1%, right?
Here's the thing, like, while you listen to the story, right, while you listen to the radio, in between, if you read between the lines what the radio DJ is saying, he's painting a picture that it's not a very good life up there. And that's sort of like something that's a lot of like scientists and like a lot of the like academic community are even saying now in real life. Like there's this push to go to Mars, and like there's this, we should get people up there. So many people are pointing out Mars absolutely sucks at being able to sustain life. We have a world where we can actually live, and for some reason there's this obsession to get us up into like one that is not fit for us.
I was a little distracted by these radioactive udders in the background. So that's a funny thing. Would you say this is specifically about? Oh God, is that? Let me use my mouse real quick. Yeah, I think. Okay, no, okay, that's actually the animation. I thought I had like Joy-Con drift or something.
Oh, hole in one. Oh, very close.
Oh yeah, wait. Am I sharing the game to you? Okay, wait.
I'm watching via Twitch, so there might be a slight delay as to what I'm seeing.
Yes, no, I will. I'm usually also wait. I can't. The game doesn't get recognized. Amazing. I'm also streaming the game through Discord to you, so you don't hear the same audio and stuff. Give me just a second.
I muted the audio, if anything.
Ah, all right. But so you have the beautiful game audio. Interestingly enough, Discord doesn't recognize it as a game, so I need to add it in for a second. Add it. Golf Club Wasteland. Add game. Great. Now it should work. Alright, you should now see it on Discord.
Yep.
Interesting. Alright, great. Does it show Discord sometimes for you too?
I'm just actually seeing your logo on the screen.
Huh. Oh wait, so...
wait. There we go, sorted.
Alright, great. Also, Rishka asking chat, hey Paul, do you like golfing? Did you do golfing as a team building workshop thing? Honestly, that's an amazing question.
To be honest, a lot of the team don't play golf at all. Like, it's a bit of a rich snobby sport. Like, to be clear, the idea sort of came about. I don't know if people have seen. There's this famous photo of a bunch of golfers playing golf while there's a massive wildfire in the background.
I think I saw that. Was that last year with the California fires?
A lot of people associated to that, but this actually came out in around 2018. It was somewhere in Oregon. I'll find a link and I'll throw it in. Basically, that was where the idea came from.
Cuddy has seen the photo. Nice.
Yeah. So that was sort of like the developers had seen that photo, and then they were like, "Fuck, there's an idea behind this." And that's sort of like where this like clever sort of mix and sort of their design decisions came about, because they knew that they wanted to make a game that's like talks about things like climate change and like the Silicon Valley sort of like dangerous sort of outlook, and then also things like sort of loneliness, nostalgia, desolation. Like it's all very like bleak topics, and so the idea was like if they fuse that with something like golf and sort of put that whole story in the background, it's not as like depressing and like in your face. And so that's sort of where that idea came from. The golf here is sort of just, it's quite simple, and it's like there's not a lot of complications. It's not like a simulation game where you have to take into consideration like wind and all that, and like, you know, like ground.
There is no more wind. Climate change took care of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, basically the devs asked, how can we talk about climate change without people going, oh no, I don't want to talk about climate change.
Exactly. Pretty much like, how do you get people to stick around for a very, very bleak, depressing story and not like quit the game after like a couple of levels because it's just too much? The idea is that they introduce you very slowly to the doom and gloom as opposed to like throwing it in your face right from the start.
Something I also want I just saw before I'm doing the golf thing, there's a person behind there. If I read the narration right, somebody said I used to watch them, so like the space golfers through the fence. So people are actually still living on Earth?
So yeah, so there's there's essentially like three sort of avenues that you get story from. It's the radio station. Then there's the narration of the golfer. If you get his diary to unlock after every hole, you kind of piece together his story. And then you've got the narration of someone who's watching you in the background, and that's that person back there. As you play through the game, you sort of figure out more as to who that person is, what's their story, and then sort of culminates into the whole thing at the end.
Hey. New diary anti-unlocked. Ah, speaking of the devil. So they wore protective suits like giant insects with jetpacks. Also, Rishka asked how much actual golfing has been incorporated in the process.
Other than maybe going to like, you know, a few putt like miniature golf like places, like not too much. We didn't do extensive research by like going to St. Andrews or something like that.
Did you do extensive research on climate change?
That in a way, yes. I mean, like, I feel like we all live in a time where like we pretty much know that this is like a problem. So it's never about sort of like presenting facts or like new revelations. They're sort of just taking what is being said by a lot of people as to how this is going to pan out, and then they just kind of put together a vision of like what this might look like, and then what it might look like if people then turned it into a golf course.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty shitty vision, and it's a pun because I'm zooming in on this. It's also very interesting here. Pipe dreams. Well, Earth is a pipe dream if it continues like that.
Exactly.
Oh! 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 I'm running around the field. Yo! Where's my achievement for this? Oh. Yeah. Also, here's here's the diary. Welcome to the Wasteland. My legs are numb. I'm too old for these trips. 2 strokes or less to unlock. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Radioactivity. Outskirts of Alphaville. I should stop by Jean-Luc's for a warm croissant and espresso. Is that a Star Trek reference?
A little bit. Alphaville is also a reference to a 1965 Jacques Godard movie. Alphaville is a place where it's this dystopian sort of city where love is forbidden. And so they sort of put this as like the main sort of like hub as to where a lot of these rich people were based.
Interesting.
Anything where sort of like a lack of human emotion is connected, there's sort of like what they associated with like these ultra rich people here.
Did I see someone move on that fence? I'm starting to see things. Must be the shock of coming back. Hazy dreams. I have to stay on the golf course. The corporation will be suspicious if I roam off, and a couple of golfers disappeared. Better stay safe. I'll break my neck on shipping containers with these mutant seagulls and drugs. Interesting. Oh, this is really cool. Basically, you have to become good to unlock more narratives.
A little bit. Essentially, the story mode also doesn't sort of punish you. Like there's essentially 3 modes, and the story mode doesn't tell you to get it within a certain amount of strokes. But since you've got the stroke counter on the side there, that's indicating that like wait, did you select story mode?
I selected challenge mode.
Okay, so challenge mode is essentially like middle ground. If you don't get it in within the amount of strokes, the level will reset.
Yeah.
And then there's iron mode, which basically, if you lose your golf ball or go over the strokes at any point, your entire progress gets wiped from the start.
Wait, your entire progress, aka the entire game from the beginning?
Well, I mean, obviously, like if you unlocked stuff in story mode, we're not going to wipe it, but essentially, you can't. It would take you back to the start of the game for iron mode. Challenge mode is middle ground. It will just reset you on the left.
I'm an achievement hunter, but I'm not. I'm not that masochistic.
Yeah.
My God.
There was debate as to whether we should put a trophy behind this one, and eventually we decided, you know what? Why not?
Oh no!
Give them just the one trophy that they'll have to get during iron mode.
Oh God! Ah, so close. And yeah, you actually gave me the key for the full game, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Is the game already out?
No, the game comes out September 3rd, so next Friday.
So this is kind of that stroke was pathetic.
Yeah, let's pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, this is Diary notes. Nice, 2 diaries. This is kind of the better then. We can play until level 12. Burn bridges. No one has the guts to say it, but we know that half of the Mars population is on those OMAS pills. People just can't cope. Oh, wait, 0 mass pills.
OMAS, no, OMAS.
OMAS.
That's also an Easter egg of some sort. It's something I've never actually heard of. I remember when the dev was telling me about it, I was like, I've never heard of that. It's some obscure film from like some Art Nouveau film from like the 70s. I was like, all right.
I think like this game would get like one of the biggest TV trope pages ever in indie game history.
Very possible.
Like I'm tempted to take on the challenge, but I feel like even I wouldn't see all the references or even
like 100%, dude. Like,
yeah,
I think the only people I guarantee you, even the devs don't even know some of the references that each of them have snuck in here. Like
yeah, like I'm not even sure if I want to understand a reference. Like, sure, I won't understand what it is referencing, but I don't even realize it is a reference. Then we have Danubius and something here like Loakin in the background.
Again,
I think that's a Greek letter.
Like, there's so much of it that like I honestly lost track. Like, the ones I know I'd be able to point out, I'd literally I gave up asking them about like what everything means because it just got too much, honestly.
Oh god, how am I gonna do this one? I have 12 strokes.
So I can give you a clue if you want, because like
I feel like the seagulls will either pick up the ball or it's gonna like they're gonna stick to the shit.
Nah, not that much. So like this level, you think to yourself that alright, I need to go up all those platforms. But if you look to your right, that window there is also no, a little bit back. That window is breakable.
Ooh.
So
wait, then I'll do a little. No! I just got an achievement. Keine Sorge, so etwas passiert. No worries, something like this happens. Yeah. Okay, let's do a big one then. Whee!
There you go.
The question is how we'll get it on the giant hand. Oh lord. I don't know.
So those containers are essentially like stepping stones for you if you need.
Stepping stones of hope? No, wait, that was a bad reference. I think Rushka, she's still in chat, will like facepalm hearing that reference. Also very interesting that the when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh god, okay, yeah, I have to really use the stepping stones. I wondered how the astronaut would move, like if we had full control, but he just aligns the ball. Okay, that is just
Yeah, you might. I'm not sure you're gonna make it unless you really pull out your inner Tiger Woods now.
Wait, I'm gonna put it in the thumb. Oh, okay, I thought the thumb was also permanent, and I had to kind of like thread the needle between the pink container and the thumb. Ah. Tiger Woods! No! Also, Rishka was facepalming. I love you. Okay, let's put it like this.
There you go.
And then we put it up there.
Alright. I think you've saved this one. You might actually get it.
That takes the edge off. Of everything. So that's almost. Oh! Oh, what? Can I get a replay on that? I think I have a bug to report. Oh god. I swear to god, I have 1 stroke left.
A bit more power. That's not gonna go through. A bit more.
I'm tilting my joystick, but it has like a dead zone. Okay, I think this.
Yeah, I think that's good. Good. Oh,
no! the ball. What?
The ball self-destructs. They have the technology. They're very bored up there. Like, what else are they gonna do?
It literally destructed my face. Cyber, welcome. Alright, let's do this again. No, that's bad. Wait, can I hold in one through that little hole in the bottom? That's the question.
Can.
Yeah, I mean, I can, but will I?
Yeah.
No.
Mars doesn't. Where I come from, the smell of the ocean
Hey!
There you go.
Wait, where is... That is amazing. Alright, let's go.
SWAT team tactics.
I'm really bad with like I still haven't got used to the what is it called, like the weight of the ball, how well
Yeah,
like the curvature
yeah.
would be.
Also, that's why I prefer playing myself with the mouse. I feel like you can actually get a better sense of the weight that way.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just preference or I've just spent like so many hours playing it that way that when I get it on control, I'm just like, no.
I wonder if story mode has something like kind of like a oh come on, the shit stopped me. What the heck?
It's like in life.
If story mode has something like a full vector analysis kind of thing.
What do you mean? I'm not following.
Like here the arrow is only so long.
Mm-hmm.
And like that it gets extended all the way, so you actually see how the ball...
No. So the extent of how far you can hit is what you're seeing here. We were talking about it as sort of like a free update, like later, to like basically, essentially something that will break the game. Because once you can start powering through like all the obstacles they put in place, it kind of makes the game a lot easier. So maybe they'll do something like that where there's like different gravity or like you being able to like power the shot up like massively.
Oh. No one knows the way. I found a book. Keep Ithaca always in your mind. Konstantin Kafafi. Now what is this? What is this reference, huh?
You're asking the wrong person, unfortunately. I guarantee you, even if I had like one of the devs in here, he might say, "Fuck, I don't remember that." Was someone else put that on the team?
Oh, that honestly, that would be like a great Easter egg hunt. If there are references in the game that devs forgot what they referenced to, if a fan finds them, they get like a, I don't know, soundtrack or something for free. Key. That would be amazing. Rishka asks, so are the people on the radio always talking about how they miss Earth?
Yeah, that's pretty much sort of like the theme of the radio station, Radio Nostalgia. They're phoning in and they're kind of sharing some of their memories, that their last like more vivid memories they have from when they were still on Earth. Some of the later stories get like a little bit more darker, where like they start remembering stuff about like the final evacuation, or there's one story where a guy points out like something that humanity did that really like destroyed like the environment. But more or less it's like these sort of like, it's kind of stories that you would hear if you like in the back, if you were like in a canteen somewhere, like not something that's like, you know, scripted and like they have something very like concrete to tell you. There's the Amazon reference.
Yeah, I wanted to say that. Also, okay, I just scanned this thing. This is Chinese for made in China.
Ah, there we go.
I just scanned this thing with my phone, and yeah, we have the YOLO over there. Here's traffickers, no-cost labor providers. That's kind of very sus. Oh, what's this? Tres Island? No. Huh, I can't even read that. Traffickers, Birdshit, Orinoto. Yeah, the Orinoto one is really subtle. I gotta hand it to you. That is really nice. The
it
smile.
Wasn't until the dev told me it. I'd seen that thing like 100 times. I didn't once wonder what it was, and then he told me. I was like, "Fuck, that's brilliant."
Okay, this was embarrassing. Nice. Is that an original song?
Yep. All of these are original.
Then I really have to ask, is there an OST purchasable?
The soundtrack is actually free with the game.
Like, the soundtrack is free for the game?
Yeah.
My lord. That's why we love indie games.
Yeah. At the end of the game, you get a free graphic novel that sort of explains more about sort of the story of the astronaut, especially if like you didn't pick up some of like the more subtle things that they hinted as to like why he's here and like what he's going through.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then at the end of the book, there is a download link for the full soundtrack.
Oh, that's so cool. Like, basically you... Did you just see that? That is the reaction I also had for... no, wait, what is the protagonist, Stanley? No.
Charlie.
Charlie, that's the Lee. That's the same reaction I had, Charlie. That's really nice, like rewarding. I swear to God, strike limit no. That's really nice, rewarding the players who like to invest their time with more stuff to invest the time with. Really.
Yeah.
Can I?
So,
no, okay, that doesn't work.
You can ricochet off the wall behind you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that is. See, that's why I got a 5 in maths, geometry. Rishka asked a very deep question. I think one of the people on the radio talked about survival skill a few moments ago. Do you know where the writers get the inspiration for the dialogues?
You know what? There's a lot of it because like it's sort of they went through this like this they had this weird sort of like mindset where like they need to kind of create an idea of people reminiscing over something that they don't have a reference for. So like they looked through sort of a lot of things about like you have stories of survivor's guilt from guys, from people who come back from war, from people who like survive sort of disasters, and so like there's things like that they've peppered in, but they also wanted to make sure that like not every story is like this bleak, depressing thing. So like for example, you'll later hear the story of a girl who's talking about she remembers like going clubbing in Vienna, and then she'll like reminisce about that. And that's just sort of like these idea of like basic personal stories that they kind of like peppered in here and there. When you have the idea, when your basic idea is just like pretend Earth is no longer here and what would you miss, that was sort of like the inspiration they were going for.
Also, I'm gonna take you up on your tip. I'm gonna switch to mouse. Let's see. Alright. Man, this game is really great. Gotta say, like, the love that goes into depicting a bleak future, as ironic as it sounds, is amazing. And, oh, this is...
They were also very clever about like how they also like presented it. Like they could have made it a lot more like grim and dark, but like they intentionally put in things like bright neons, and like they intentionally have the character this bright orange color, so that it's not again like an apocalypse like you have in something like, I don't know, Metro or like Fallout, where everything is just absolutely destroyed, because they don't want you to like feel completely hopeless. They want it to be more gentle and subtle. So there was a lot of thought that went into the art design and the visuals.
Don't worry, the hopelessness will come in the next few years. Something.
Yeah. You got 2 more shots here.
Is that a baby on radio right now? Oh, come on.
It was a project I funded from the very beginning.
Yes! Oh. But I didn't get both diaries. I need to. I want the lore.
I'm so grateful for the opportunity to further human survival in our solar system.
The person on radio sounds like she's just reading this off.
Yeah. So like, you know, there's this whole idea of like, you know, if you're in that colony, there's probably certain rules that you have to follow, right? And so there's probably a certain expectations as to how you speak about the colony. And so she intentionally sounds like she's a bit robotic or a bit dead inside.
The beauty of my home. I really
I think that's too much. You're gonna overshoot. Yeah, that I think is the money spot there.
Oh! No! If I was a little bit more powerful. Like, watch me mess this up, though. Oh, phew. At least I got the second diary, alright. Regret is unbearable. They didn't let me go back for her. Perhaps I could have done something. Steal ship or fly back. There's no excuse, really. We are always responsible. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is... Survivor's God. Oh, this is nice. Yacht without a party, so forth. Ooh, that's... I think that's Russian. Let me get my translator out. Huh? What do I say? That's like really honestly like psychological manipulation, where you have this baby. Is that a gun? Amazing.
Precious as a new life is the water that sustains
All right,
it.
let me
You might
have this
notice
thing
that it doesn't
here.
rain here on Mars. So another friendly reminder
Actually,
that showers
I've
of
been really into. Oh, this is progress. This is Russian for progress.
Perestroika.
Yeah, I've been really into the like sci-fi kind of. Oh, what about these bears? No. The suitcases.
Want to say in this?
It's really a pleasure also to take like the small small details in, really. Oh, there's the hole. Oh god.
Nostalgia from Mars.
I've been really into sci-fi stories. I started reading new one by the author of The Martian, if you know the movie.
Oh yeah.
There's a new one called Artemis, and I read that, and it's really interesting how everybody depicts the future differently, and it's really great. They have a colony on the moon, not on the Mars as here, but man, that's I just dig sci-fi. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh no! How can I abort things?
If you're on mouse, then right click.
Alright, I will try that next time. Because right now I had... Oh no, don't go in the water. Good. Because right now I had the problem that I didn't have enough space on my screen to fully have the thing. Alright. Leroy Jenkins. Oh!
There you go.
Ooh. Not quite, but very good.
Classy. No, very well done. A lot of people like mess up on this level a lot.
But now watch me absolutely.
Ooh, maybe a little too much. Ah, there you go.
Got it. Woo! New diary notes. Let's go. I know the persons who own this yacht. Are they still alive? I hope not. Is that Polish for Katowice?
No, that's also a Russian word.
Alright, let me hear. I love that we're living in a future where you can just Google Translate off the screen. Okay, I guess it's a town name. Katsuya. Oh, what are these? Are these cannons?
Those are rocket launchers. I think it's a very strong reference to sort of the whole Patriot defense missile system. It's I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like that US program where they have these missile silos all around Europe, and it's causing a lot of tension between Europe and Russia because of the United States wanting to place their military installations here.
Yeah, exactly. I once saw a post on Reddit being like, man, Russia is so aggressive. Look how close they built their country to the missile defense system of the US. They're clearly
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm not saying Russia,
Yeah, Russia's good, Russia's bad.
Yeah.
It's just ironic.
Yeah. It's both sides are basically the aggressors here. And we're stuck in the middle of it, kind of.
If a war goes on long enough, it doesn't matter who started it. That's the deepest thing I said all day. Alright, let's go here. So, is this the developer's first game? Do you know that? Oh, water.
Sort of. They had a game that they released. This is essentially the first game that they did as full-time developers. Part of it they did while they were still working full-time jobs, and they developed it then part-time. But then it got to a point where they saw we have something here, so they went full-time. Prior to this, they had a small mobile game, which isn't really much of a game, but more of an awareness campaign. It's where you essentially run a child sweatshop, and they did it as they did it in partnership to bring awareness to what's the name, the whole plight of a lot of these where a lot of companies outsource their production to very questionable producers. And that's also sort of where those teddy bears come from. That's one in that mobile game there. You're running a factory line of children who are putting together teddy bears.
That's very morbid, amazing.
Yeah.
And I gotta agree with Rishka. The soundtrack and the visuals are amazing. Oh no, water. The water always messes me up here. But yeah, since everyone is very eager to play the game, the release date is in
about a week, like a week and a day. Friday,
right.
September 3rd.
Jesus, that is so close.
Yeah,
hey,
there's still a lot to do.
Well, this key that you give me, well, is that the full version of the full game, or?
Yeah, this is the full game.
Oh
like,
my lord. Hey.
I found your channel like somehow earlier, to be honest, and
What?
I was like, I don't know how I came across your channel, but I did like earlier, and I was actually gonna send you a key, but I couldn't find an email for you, so I was like, crap, okay, I need to move on. But when I saw your description of like you play games and you write about kebabs, I was like, this is a man I want to work with. Unfortunately, because I didn't find an email, I was like, crap, I don't have time, I need to move on. So like, there's like a little suggestion, like I'm sure quite a few developers have like come across your channel in the past also. If you have like an email listed somewhere that they could reach you.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting suggestion. I always thought they would maybe reach out. With water. I need 8 strokes and I'm still here. I always thought they would like reach out through Twitter DMs or something, but yes, that is a very good suggestion. I will put an email there. You know what the problem with my email is though? My email is pelix000000@gmail.com. When I created this, like, I don't know, 8 years ago or something, I wanted, obviously, to have pelix00@gmail.com, but that was taken. So I just added zeros until it wasn't taken. And then I arrived at 5 zeros, and my OD, wait, what is it called? My OCD kind of went like, it's not even, so I made another 0. So that's why I have such a long email and why it always lands in everyone's spam.
The thing is, though, they're the ones going to be emailing you as opposed to the other way. So, like, you might as well just put it there. Or you can make a new one just for, like, this channel.
Oh god, Palix, that you mentioned.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I didn't even look! Yo, this was blindfolded. Oh god, Palix, let me manage emails and increase. This is a crisis. Hey, if you want to take work off my shoulders, sure. But yeah, it's very nice to hear that, like, I'm on the on the screen for some developers as a content creator.
Yeah, you're out there. I don't remember where I came across you, but I literally came. And then when you messaged me, I was like, I know this guy. It's the kebab guy.
It's a kebab. Hey, I recently visited my favorite kebab place in the whole world, back in my parents' place, and they really, like, the pandemic did them dirty. They decreased the size of the doner, they increased the prices. It's terrible. It's rough.
You think that a place like that, if they just do delivery, they would flourish in a time of like?
Yeah, but they don't do delivery. That's the thing.
Okay.
It's that's just it's really. I mourned on that day. It's still a great doner, but like the size. Is that German?
Yeah. So this is the girl who's talking about clubbing in Vienna.
Oh, dang, we missed that. You have to pay people to deliver things, which are kind of expensive. Yeah, I actually met or got like a little info on them when they got paired up with the local Deliveroo, that they apparently didn't fulfill orders and stuff, so they basically got fired from Deliveroo, which I think is better for them, considering the kind of what is it called? Working conditions that Deliveroo offers with like the bad pay and everything. But yeah, it sucks for me.
I also don't ever use those services because I don't know. So many of them like popped up like just overnight, and you think to yourself, who is like actually looking into this and like regulating this?
You mean like the shops per se, or like the
No, those delivery those crowdsourced delivery like companies. Like here in Poland, I think they like 3 popped up, within the span of like 2 years, and they've gotten massive. And I'm like,
Interesting.
where have these people come? And like you notice that like all the people that they have hiring, like they're very young, or they look. You can clearly see that they're like they're immigrants, and you're wondering like, are these people being paid fairly? Like, I highly doubt it.
Yeah. The one thing in Germany that is pretty bad, we once Kofefe ideology, amazing. We had a couple of ones, like we had pizza.com, like pizza.de, Lieferando, Lieferheld, and they all got bought up by Lieferando, which is like Deliveroo in Great Britain. So we only have one in Germany. They have literal monopoly. So if you're like a if you want your restaurant to be known for people who order via app, then you have to just be there. It really sucks.
Okay.
How are we talking about food? This is why we get this future. Oh, are we on the other side of the Covfefe building now? No, wait, this is the one I saw in the trailer. Never mind. I thought I already did see that in the trailer. All right. Is that Russian hot step now?
It's very possible it's like Serbian techno, or like there's
amazing
Serbian turbo folk is what it's called.
Turbo folk. Also very interesting, when you're in sand, you actually have like a limited shot radius.
Yeah.
And Yarishka always order directly at the restaurant possible and support your locals. Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same.
That's what I do. If I it rolled in the sand. Are you kidding me? If I order something from Lieferando, usually I just check out if the store actually has a like a own.
Yeah, hang on. I wanted to give you a hint here.
Wait, I think.
Yeah.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
There you go. Ta-da!
I'm a genius. I'm a genius. No hints needed. Only the hint that there is a hint possible needed. We're going. If they have like an own delivery service. Something very nefarious that Lieferando does is host their own website. So, for example, if there's a place called Tony's Pizza.
Yeah.
Then obviously you look for Tony's Pizza, and then you have like Lieferando, which you don't want to support because you want to support Tony's Pizza, and then you can go to tonyspizza.com. But that site is also owned by Lieferando, and it's so nefarious. It's so nefarious.
There's no way to get around it. Like, there's this thing of like, you know, a lot of people, or like, there's this thing where a lot of like these huge companies, they've kind of like put together this messaging of like a lot of the problems in the world are like on our shoulders, on like on the shoulder of the people, but they're the ones causing it, and they're trying to like shift the blame away from themselves, like shift the attention away from themselves.
Exactly. Like I really kind of hated when like we often see the carbon footprint of the standard European, the standard US, the standard Chinese, and some, but and then basically the carbon footprint per person. But what it really is, where are the companies?
Yeah, exactly.
And, it's all right. I see this stream has devolved into Capitalism Critique 101.
Yeah,
please take out your books. I hope you didn't buy them. I hope you pirated them.
That's the nature of the game. It inspires revolution.
And honestly, this is gonna sound weird, but it's really a very Polish game to be made. I feel like Poland really dig the capitalism critical games.
Yeah, I guess it depends. Like, these guys are Serbian, so they're kind of in the same boat. So, like, you know, post what's the name? Iron Curtain, post communism. So they were promised like a certain like freedom that came with capitalism, and then because they saw both sides, they saw the side of like communism, which was absolutely terrible, and now they're seeing the side of capitalism, which also like is raising questions. So
exactly,
I think like a lot of like developers who either grew up in that period or have like parents that have like told them stories about it. Like it's very, very like ingrained in them as to like they need there's something missing here in terms of a middle ground.
Yeah, my parents are from Poland, so every time my dad starts with, "When I was younger, I used to live in communism," I always roll my eyes. Neon heart emoji, and also Rishka, same. I actually get to lay down because this is the last game of today's session. I will stream later at 9 p.m. too. It's massive. Oh, radioactive udders again. I love it.
There you go.
Pineapple pizza. Why? This is the downfall of humanity. See, this is what caused the apocalypse. Want to say I get to lie down, have a small short nap, get nightmares about the future, and then I'll be back again. We need to play some very cute games, I think, next to level this
Palate
out.
cleanser.
I know you're probably busy with a lot of interviews and stuff, but I hope you also... Oh, the sand, of course, the sand, of course. Sure, yeah, because the desertification, yeah, that makes sense, actually. I hope you also had time to check out some demos, because Gamescom is just lovely.
Yeah, since we had early access to the booth, I already like went around and looked at some of the games.
Yeah, same.
Some of them are really, really cool.
Yeah, the booths are really nice. This year I didn't really look at the booths because I have enough demos to play, so I don't need to look at the booths. Last year I had too much fun with the booths, so I didn't actually manage to play that many demos, and this time I want to play more demos. Oh, that was skillful. 10 par achievement. It's just very lovely. Have you been ever to the physical Gamescom?
Yes, I have.
Nice.
It's both exciting and tiring at the same time.
That is a very good description, very apt one. I think my first Gamescom was in 2016. So I visited 16, 17, 18 physical, and then the rest was, well...
Yeah.
No, wait, 19 was also...
19 was still around.
Yeah, so I got 4 Gamescoms down under my belt. And every... Like, especially at the first Gamescom, I woke at like 6 a.m., went on the train, haven't been there at 8, so I can stand in the line, so it opens at 9, I can rush to like the one AAA game I want to see, because the real problem is the big booths. Like, you don't want to wait for hours, so if you want to do one big booth, then go at the beginning. That's like the best bet you have.
Yeah, there's a whole strategy behind doing it.
Exactly, and then I just hung around the Indie Arena booth all the time. It was so lovely. The Indie Arena booth really kind of changed my life, actually. Like, I got to QA and beta test and play test and also translate a couple of games. It was really lovely.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Rishka and I met at Gamescom. Yeah, she was a lovely cosplayer, and I had a Snapchat memory of me waking up at 5:30 a.m. for Gamescom a few days ago. Amazing. Oh, I actually remember, we have a channel point award for 150 channel points, and I'll get to show you a picture of previous Gamescoms. So if anybody wants to redeem that, then I have to legally. Hello, Attention Host Germany, how are you doing? Alright, when I was a kid, I thought the building was an ugly piece of brutalist modernism named after a communist company. After they named it was just some post-communist tycoon. Now I love it. Naming is important. They named the new capital Tesla City. Not sure Nikola Tesla would have approved given his history with despicable businessmen. Oh yeah, with what's his name? Thomas Edison stealing his ideas and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that whole rivalry. Like,
I got
again
educated by epic rap battles of history there. Tired, very tired. Had a short workday today, only 9 hours. My god. Well, you can relax here and stream. We're only playing a very chill game about the apocalypse in the future, where Earth is a golf resort for the ultra rich. So that's very relaxing. Also, we got Migrant Hotel. What is that? Jewish Sense? Is that French?
Well, this isn't the Arc de Triomphe. There's another sort of Arc in Paris, and this is.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely too small for the Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah.
But on hipster pubes, amazing. That is, I think I think I'm just gonna refer to this mustache as hipster pubes. That is
There you go.
beautiful. Alright, we've got a cow. Hopefully the cow won't eat the golf ball. I feel like that's gonna be the... Wait, there's a kid! It did eat the golf ball.
Yeah, you saw that coming a mile away, and yet you still threw it in its face.
Alright, let's... Did I just put it in...
Yeah, you put it in the dumpster, but you can play from the dumpster, though.
I mean, I'm already playing from the dumpster, aka my room.
The world is already a dumpster here.
Alright, then I'm gonna do a little one here. Okay, don't get it, don't move, cow, please. Alright, great. The cow's too lazy, just like me. Dang it. Is somebody... What is that language?
I actually don't remember. I remember asking the guy, but I don't recall because the guy's story is that he was in Italy, so it's very possible it's one of it's a Balkan language.
Wait, so come on, is this one of the developers singing right now?
No. This is just probably this is a friend of theirs that they got on to do this.
Yeah, I want to say lovely singing voice. Gotta say. Alright, don't. Okay, good. Hello, cow. There's nothing to do. You know, the golf ball has a self-destruct mechanism. I'm very surprised the cow lived through that.
Oof, very close.
Also, yeah, the cow still has one of the tags that, cattle get. Very interesting. What? Oh, that is... You know, the Mars gravity has kind of weakened my muscles.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why. I still got 2 diary entries. Oh my lord. Is there an albino monkey behind the fence? Arc de Triomphe. From Napoleonic bloodsheds to my sex-filled college semester Paris. Liberté, égalité, fraternité, a cow's udder is neon pink. And that is the 12th level.
Yeah.
So we have to stop here, sadly. But, because we still have 3 minutes, I wanna do the... Do we have a level select?
Yeah, everything that you play through, you can then just go back and then decide.
Right, because I wanna get the strokes, I wanna get the diary mode, here. We got... Now that I'm...
On the second and the first one...
Yeah, and I think the rest the rest gone.
The rest you've been
blasted.
blasted
Now that I
through.
actually got good at the game, I can... Did I just... Okay. I wonder if there's an achievement for just shooting it in the... Oh my god, Caddy! That's you! Because Rishka named is Caddy. Caddy, you're my caddy! Look, Mom, I'm in a video game! I wonder if there's an achievement for shooting in there. I'm very excited about the achievements, because you said there's some... I mean, the achievement must be fixed, but I wonder what kind of things... Oh, okay, I messed this up, probably. What kind of thing... Amazing. What kind of achievements will there be? Wait, I actually got the access to the achievements. I shouldn't have to ask. Amazing. Because especially with games like this that are capitalistic, capitalist critical, and have a lot of humor, like the Kofefe, I think achievements like this will really funny achievements would really flourish. All
yeah,
right.
they put a bit of humor into them as well.
Let's go! Diary. My legs are numb. I'm too old for these trips. 54.6 million kilometers, or as I like to play it, 1 round of playing Pokemon Go. To play a game of Go. I share nothing else with these idiots from Tesla City. He really thinks better.
Yeah,
of himself.
the Charlie did not want to be there. You sort of piece together later in the story how it came about that he ended up there.
And before he built one of the he was a scientist and built one of the domes or whatever and stuff, so he was rewarded with being there, but he actually wanted to save humanity and not the rich ones. My legs are numb, I'm too old for these trips, me leaving bed. That is a mood, Yuri. That is a mood. Is there a quick reset button, like pressing R or something? Because I feel
if you escape, press escape, then there's an option to restart.
Yeah, but it has to scroll all the way in the sky and then back.
I know. It's this artistic debate that we had when we were talking with them. Like, you sure you wanted?
Yes! Oh!
It's going in though. Bam!
In there. Let's go. But here I am. So many lonely, guilt-ridden years have passed. Oh, this is nice. 11, 12, migrant, and then the rest. Reset. There's missing like a level select button. Thanks for the GG. But let's go back there. Score. Can you actually compare the score to like Friends?
We were looking into like having online leaderboards, but it got to a point where we're like, all right, we have X amount of things that we need to do for this game, and like, what do we need done now versus later?
Yeah.
So online leaderboards are on the list of like, it would be nice. It all really depends, sort of like how the game does, as to whether the developers can actually sit down and actually put more work into it, because they're already working on 2 other games that are sort of built sort of in the same world that they've kind of come up with here. And so it's going to be this kind of juggling act of like, where do they put their attention? So far, like, it looks like a lot of people are very interested in the game, so like we have hope. Like, we as the publisher are not putting any pressure on the developer of like, you need to promise, you know, X amount of features coming later. We'll obviously patch in anything that's like, you know, if there's like bugs or anything that come up, but like, it's up to the developer to come up to the decision of like, do they have the time and the resources to add in extra stuff, maybe more levels along the line, more like features, like you said, online leaderboards. We'll see.
Yeah, honestly, lovely publisher you got there. Oh, actually, I think we're gonna go on a raid, because I see somebody streaming in the arena booth is going to play Golf Club Wasteland now.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, a German one. But yeah, this since we're wrapping up the hour and stuff, and I did everything amazing. I actually finished the game on time. What is the day? But yeah, I want to say thank you so much for being here, Paul.
Yeah, thank you so much for contacting us, for giving some time to our game. Really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm so glad this worked out. And what do I want to say? Any last? Oh wait, which platforms is it coming to?
It is on Steam, Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
Nice. All the platforms, got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you also.
Yeah, and any last words?
I don't know. Just enjoy Gamescom. Give support to indie devs as much as you can, and I don't know.
Heck yeah.
Wishlist our game if you want. That also.
Oh, right.
Wait.
Hold
Wishlist
on.
the game, because that helps a lot with like the Steam algorithm and all that stuff.
Yes, even like if you never intend to buy the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, and wait, Cyber7 redeemed a redemption for a picture. Let me find a good picture. Oh yeah, this is a great one. Here, have female Rotorhog from Overwatch. Cyber7, you're the real one. And wait, since it's the end, here's a treat cuddy. This is Nagito, and also Edgeworth from Ace Attorney and Danganronpa respectively. All right. So yeah, this has been great. Thank you so much for being here, Paul. With your permission, I would love to play the game on launch day then on stream.
Yeah, by all means. You've got the code. We have asked streamers to start playing the day before if they want. So on Thursday, if you want, starting from 4 o'clock European time, by all means, go ahead, play the rest of the game if you want.
All right, great. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye. Have a great IB.
You too. See ya.
Bye. Oh, chat. Aren't games great? Aren't developers great? Oh, I love this. We had 3 lovely interviews today. I played the game when it launched. That's a nice one. That was seriously fun. This was great. This was fun. I'll be back in 3 hours at 9 p.m. We'll be playing 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Let's either 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Let's look at keep looking at the Discord, I guess. We'll be playing more demos, no interviews anymore for today, simply demos. We're going on a raid here. Only German streamers are streaming game in the arena booth. I wonder why, maybe because it's German convention. We're raiding Arizenia, show some love. In the arena Polix raid. If you wanna post the raid message when you come there, feel free to. I love you all. I'll be back. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed the games. These were great games. Also, I want to show. Look, this is my starting screen. I made it new. It's great. I love it. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hopefully see you in a couple of hours. I love every and each one of you. Bye bye.